Yeah, right. Sure. All right. So we're going to get started on our backs, and you can keep the legs long or you can bend the knees, totally up to you. And just beginning to connect to the breath. So we're going to build into different parts of the breath to end in an Ujjayi breath today. So Ujjayi is typically take throughout our vinyasa practice, right? So in this level 1 class, it's a really good opportunity to start to build into your Ujjayi breath. So if you're not used to that type of breathing, it can be a little bit funky at first, right? It takes some um, curiosity around the breath and a little bit of courage, a little bit of allowance to take up sound space with the breath, right? And so the way we're going to build is first by building the diaphragmatic breath. So at this point, just kind of becoming aware of where the breath is moving to in your body. Right? Is it a little bit more in the rib cage? Is it moving down into the belly? Hmm, I can check. Let me check really quick. Are you feeling cold? Okay, I'm checking. Okay, the AC was on. It is now on heat. Same temperature though. Okay. All right, so breathing in and out of your body, you're expanding into the belly and the rib cage. Each inhale, see if you can focus on this downward pull of breath down towards the base of the spine. So the muscle that we utilize in order to create that downward pull of breath is the diaphragm, right? Way at the base of the chest cavity, the rib cage, is this dome-shaped muscle when it's resting. And when we take that inhale, we contract the muscle and it flattens out and draws breath in. So for the next several breaths, just tune into that action of drawing the breath downward into the body. And then on the inverse, each exhale is this upward shift of breath. All right, so as the diaphragm redomes up into the rib cage, it presses the breath out of body. Tune into that action. And then we're going to start to experiment with a little constriction in the back of the throat. So this constriction is the same one that we make when we make the HA ha sound. Allergies. So every exhale from here on out, keep the mouth open if you're new to the breath, and just find that HA ha sound. And you're focused in on the engagement in the back of the throat required to create that sound with the out breath. And then you can try it a couple times with the lips together. Same constriction in the back of the throat, the air just moving out of the nostrils now. And so maybe you just stay with the exhale. If you want to try the inhale, that's also welcome here. The inhale requires a lot of patience. Can be a little bit funky taking that in breath with the constriction in the back of the throat. And so you're building into this breath that's rhythmic and steady. This Ujjayi breath is often also referred to as the oceanic breath. It kind of sounds like waves at a beach. And you allow yourself to receive the ease that follows in the wake of this type of breathing. The deep belly breaths, the textured and sounded breath. And then as you're keeping these long, smooth, rhythmic Ujjayi breaths, start to tune into the subtle body. You let these breaths guide you into an awareness of the energetic body of you. In essence, you kind of ask yourself, how am I doing right now? What's going on for me? Less about the content and more about the energy. It's a felt experience rather than something that we can lock down in language or words. Taking just about 3 to 4 more breaths in and out of body. And then we'll bend the knees, sliding the feet back towards the sits bones, feet hips width distance and parallel. We'll take the right ankle over top the left knee, coming into a figure 4, interlacing fingers behind the belly of the left thigh. Drawing that left thigh in towards the chest as we nudge the right thigh forward, just breathing a little space into wherever you feel the tightness in this shape. Stay with these breaths. We use the Ujjayi breath to kind of sweep the energetic body. So each exhale, you kind of dissolve some of that tension that you're experiencing. Release the left foot down. Keep the right knee in towards the chest. You can grab your strap, loop it around the bottom of the right foot. And then kick the right heel towards the ceiling, flexing the right toes down towards the shin. And right away, allowing awareness to connect to wherever you feel this shape the most. Let the breath sweep through the tension and tightness you feel. Taking the ends of your strap into your right hand. Open the right leg out towards the right. Keep the left hip heavy on the mat. And just notice the angle change. Where's the sensation now? Bringing that right leg back through center. Take the ends of your strap into your left hand. Slide that left leg all the way long. And then cross the right leg towards the left side, keeping that right hip heavy on the mat. Long breaths into the outer hip and IT band. Bring that right leg back through center. Bend the knee, the left knee. Lower that left foot down. Good. Remove the strap from the right foot and take the right or the strap towards the side. Take that right ankle again over top the left knee. Interlace fingers behind the belly of the left thigh. Coming into this shape again, notice maybe we get to layer 2 or 3 of the tension release. Long sweeping breaths here. And then coming into happy baby, reach for the outer edges of the feet, plugging the knees down, lengthening the tailbone forward, and taking some long breaths here. Down into the hips, down into the belly. Find a lengthening of the tailbone forward as you draw the shoulder blades together. And then release the right foot down. Take the left ankle over top the right knee, interlacing fingers behind the belly of the right thigh. Draw that right thigh in as you nudge the left thigh forward. Flexing the toes towards the shins, breathing into wherever you feel tension in the shape. Notice what kind of breath you're bringing into the experience. If you've lost the Ujjayi breath, you're welcome to find it again here. Constriction in the back of the throat. The rhythmic, sounded, textured breath. And then we'll release the right foot down. Keep the left knee in towards the chest. Grab your strap. Loop the strap around the bottom of the left foot. Kick the left heel towards the ceiling. Flex the left toes down towards the shin. Good. Sensation as an invitation to connect to the body. Take the ends of the strap in the left hand. Open the left leg out towards the left, keeping that right hip heavy on the mat. Bring the left leg back through center. Straighten the right leg long. Take the ends of your strap into your right hand and then cross the left leg over, keeping that left hip heavy on the mat. And then bring the left leg through center. Slide that right heel back, bending the knee. And then you can bend that left knee, release the strap towards the side, take the left ankle to again cross over top the right knee. So this figure four targets the piriformis, that outer left hip. Breathe into that space, flexing all 10 toes towards the shins. Taking one final breath in. Exhaling to release the cross of legs. Come into happy baby. Reach for the outer edges of the feet as you plug the knees down. Lengthen the tailbone forward. You can stay in stillness or find a little rock from side to side. And then release the feet. Take knees in towards your chest. You can rock up and down the spine or roll to one side. We're going to make our way up and through to tabletop. So hands under shoulders, knees under hip points, and just beginning to move through cow and cat. Each inhale extending the spine, and each exhale flexing. You can stay with these more formal cows and cats, or you can stir in some intuitive movement. So you can take some barrel rolls of the spine in one direction and then the other. You can circle the hips, the shoulders, stretching wrists, coming to child's pose. Lots of options here. Taking the next 2 breaths. And then we'll bring ourselves up and back to down dog. But before we do, come into a neutral tabletop. Wrap the triceps back. Find a little engagement of the low belly. And then we tuck toes, lift the hips up and back to down dog. Keep that wrap of triceps back, elbow creases looking more forward. Gentle turn of sits bones towards the ceiling as you engage the low belly. Take a full breath in. Exhaling all the way out to bend knees. Look between thumbs. Make your way towards the top edge of your mat. Hands to blocks. We inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Press through feet, arms rise all the way up towards the ceiling as we inhale. Exhale, arms down by our sides, Tadasana. Little kick in the knees, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. We inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward folds. Inhaling to halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale to fold, fully release the breath. Press through feet, arms rise all the way up as we inhale. Exhale, arms down by our sides, Tadasana. Good. Check to make sure the feet are hips width distance, parallel. We've got a little kick in the knees. And then inhale, arms rise towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant palms, step back, top of a push-up. Shifting shoulders forward of wrists. Lower the knees down for this first one. Untuck the toes, wrap the triceps back, chest through shoulders. Find an engagement of the low belly as if you were going to tug the knees towards the hands, and then we bend to 90 degrees in the elbows. Once there, it's pelvis down, chest through shoulders for cobra as we inhale. Exhale, tucks the toes, lifts the hips, up and back, down dog. Take 3 full breaths in your down dog. Bottom of your next exhale, bend knees, look between thumbs, walk or hop towards the top edge of your mat. We take hands to blocks to inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale to fold, let the head hang heavy towards the mat. Press through feet, arms rise up towards the ceiling as we inhale. Exhale, arms down by your sides, Tadasana. Check in with the feet, little kick in the knees. We inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale to halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, plant palms, step back, top of a push-up. Okay, if you felt really comfortable with the knees down, you have the option of keeping the knees lifted. No matter where you are, shift shoulders forward of wrists and then choose knees up or down. We bend to 90 degrees in the elbows. Once there, it's pelvis down, chest through shoulders, cobra, inhaling. Exhale to tuck toes, lift the hips up and back, down dog. 3 full breaths in down dog. Bottom of your third exhale, bend knees, look between thumbs, make your way towards the top edge of your mat. Inhaling to halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale to fold, fully release the breath out of your body. Press through feet, arms rise up towards the ceiling as we inhale. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Step into that left foot, right knee comes in towards the chest, and we're just noticing, tune into the bottom of that left foot. Notice how the foot is receiving the weight of your body. And then we're going to lower that right foot down and just switch sides. So noticing how we habitually stand in a single leg standing balancing shape. And then lower that left foot down. Okay, so what we're thinking about in our single leg standing, and we're going to work on feet a lot today. Center of the heel, big toe ball mound, and pinky root, so about halfway up the lateral part of the foot. Those are 3 points that we want to press down into and then hug towards the midline of the foot. So we're going to come back into our single leg standing. Left toes face forward. Before you lift the right foot all the way away, just lift the heel and start to tune into those 3 points of the foot. Center of the heel, pinky root, and big toe ball mound. Tug those towards one another. You can even lift the toes. Don't worry about the toes too much right now. And then once you feel that contraction in the foot, bring the right knee in towards the chest, hands through heart center. Creating a lightness by engaging low belly and upper middle back. We take a full breath in. And then exhale to lower the right foot down, switch sides. So lifting the heel first, feel into those 3 points of the right foot, tugging them towards the midline of the foot. And then we bring the left knee in towards the chest. Engaging low belly and upper middle back, take a full breath in. Exhaling all the way out, we'll lower the left toes down. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale to halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, plant palms, step back, top of a push-up. Shift shoulders forward of wrists, make a mindful choice, knees upward down, and then it's 90 degrees in the elbows. Inhaling to back bend. Exhaling back tabletop. So in our tabletop, left shin pivots, right foot steps, right arm reaches towards the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades together. We take a full breath in. Exhale to sweep the right fingertips down towards the ground and all the way forward towards the front wall, opening the heart slightly towards the ceiling as we keep the shoulder blades moving towards the spine. And then next exhale engages the belly towards the back. We rise, arms up to a T. Right hand slides, left palm flips. We reach towards the back wall, softening shoulders away from ears. And then we release the left hand down. We're going to big step that right foot forward as we spin the left shin behind the left knee. Inhale, chest through shoulders. Exhale, lifts the back knee up. Spin that back heel down, and then walk the hands towards the top left corner of the mat. Okay, so we're going to pay attention to that back foot. Take a look at the back foot. Press into the pinky edge side of that foot, and then hug the big toe ball mound, not the big toe, but the big toe ball mound towards the inner heel. And look how that lifts the medial arch, that arch on the inside of the foot, of the back foot. Keep that, super active foot. And then turn your attention towards the front foot. We're rooting through that front heel and then tugging big toe ball mound back towards the inner heel. So 2 really active medial arches in our feet. And then keep that. Tug the feet themselves towards one another. One last breath in to reach forward through the crown of the head. Exhale to fold, melting the heart and hips towards the mat with these really active feet and legs. Walk the hands over towards the left long edge, parallel the feet, all 10 toes in the same direction. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen forward. Exhale to fold. Press into the pinky edge sides of the feet. Lift the inner arches as you press down through big toe ball mound and inner heel. You can tug the feet themselves towards one another so you engage the inner thighs. Take 2 more breaths here with these really active feet and legs. And then we'll inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to hips, rise up to standing. Okay, arms to a T shape. Turn the right toes forward, bend into that right knee for warrior 2. Take a look at that back foot. See if you can bring as much activity as we had before in our warrior dog. Pinky edge side of the foot lands down heavy. Lift that inner arch. Tug the feet towards one another and then get a little lower in the hips. Take a full breath in. Exhale to tilt it back, peaceful warrior, inhaling into the right side body. Exhale for side angle, right elbow over top the right thigh or right fingertips down on ground or block inside that right leg. Sweeping the left fingertips forward, draw the heads of the shoulders off the chest. We inhale. Exhale, 2 hands down inside the right foot. All 10 toes spin forward. Heel toe that right foot wide and lower the back knee down. So you can use a blanket underneath that knee if you like. We're going to come into a little twist with the thigh stretch. So right arm rises towards the ceiling first. Draw the heads of the shoulders back behind the chest and then back heel towards your seat. Reach the right fingertips towards the back wall. Maybe you stay just like that, or you can grab hold of the outside edge of that foot. Every inhale opens the heart. Every exhale descends that left hip crease down towards the mat. And then release the back toes, right hand lands, lift the back knee. We come to Malasana, big step, left foot outside the left hand. Toes turn out 45 degrees, and then we're lengthening through the crown of the head. So if you feel like you're really crunchy in this shape, we're going to lift a little taller and create that length and openness in the heart space and spine. One more breath in here. Exhale to stand all the way tall. Turn the left toes forward, step into that left foot, thinking about the 3 points of the foot. Right knee comes in towards the chest. Really active foot and ankle. Let that activity travel up the body into the low core and upper middle back. You can stay just like this, or you can cross the ankle over top the knee, squatting down. Taking one breath in at the bottom. Exhaling to rise back up, right knee in towards the chest, and lower the right foot down. Good. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, steps the left foot back, right foot back, top of a push-up. Shift shoulders forward of wrists. Make a mindful choice, knees up or down as you lower through chaturanga. Inhaling to back bend. Exhaling back, tabletop. Okay, so hands under shoulders, knees under hip points. Turn that right shin 90, left foot steps, left arm up towards the ceiling. Good. Take a moment to tune into the shoulders. Wrap that bottom arm tricep back so the elbow crease looks forward. Draw the shoulder blades together. And then sweep the left fingertips down towards the ground and all the way forward towards the front wall. Breathing space into the left side rib cage. Next exhale engages the core. We rise arms up to a T shape. Left hand slides down the left leg, right palm flips and reaches all the way back. Soften shoulders away from ears. And then release the right hand down. It's a big step forward, left foot inside the right hand as you spin that right shin behind the right knee. Hands land to frame the left foot. Inhale, chest through shoulders. Exhale, lifts the back knee up. And then we spin the back towards the top right corner of the mat. Good. Okay, look at that back foot. Press into the pinky edge side of the foot. And then big toe ball mound and inner heel hug towards one another to lift that medial arch. Okay, tune into the left side foot. Press into that left heel, tug the big toe ball mound back towards the inner heel to lift that medial arch in the front foot. And then keep that in both feet. Tug the feet themselves towards one another. Take one more breath to lengthen forward through the crown of the head. And then your exhale folds you down, melting heart and hips towards the mat. Keep the active feet and legs. And then we'll walk the hands over towards the right long edge, parallel the feet, all 10 toes in the same direction. Press into both pinky edge sides of the feet. Lift both inner arches as you root through big toe ball mound and inner heel. Inhale to halfway lift. Tug the feet themselves towards one another to engage inner thighs and then fold down, crown of the head towards the ground. Inhaling to halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to hips, rising up to standing. Bring arms to a T shape. Turn the left toes forward, bend into that left knee. Take a peek back at that right foot. Make sure it's still really active, lifting the medial arch as you press through the pinky edge side of the foot. Tilt it back for peaceful warrior, inhaling into the left side body. Exhaling brings us into side angle. So left elbow over top the left thigh or left fingertips down on ground or block. Right fingertips sweep all the way forward. Take a full breath in, spinning the heart, drawing shoulder blades together. And then it's 2 hands down inside the left foot. All 10 toes spin forward. Lower that right knee down on blanket or not. Up to you. We're coming into the revolved thigh stretch. So you can heel to that left foot a little wider towards the left. Left arm reaches towards the ceiling first. Draw the shoulder blades together and down towards the tailbone. Bend the back leg in half and then reach for the back wall, or you can grab the outside edge of that right foot. Releasing the back toes, left hand lands, lift the back knee, and then step that right foot forward outside the right hand. Toes turn out 45 degrees, hands through heart center, long spine, open heart. Take a full breath in. Exhale to stand tall. Turning the right toes forward, step into that right foot. You can take a moment to tune into the 3 points of the foot. And then it's left knee in towards the chest. That really active left foot and ankle travels up to the low belly, the upper middle back. We create that lightness. And then cross the left ankle over top the right knee. Squatting down. Staying connected to that right side foot and ankle. Take a full breath in at the bottom here. Exhale to rise back up, left knee in towards the chest, and then step that left foot down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant palms on blocks, step the right foot back, low lunge. You can take that right knee down on blanket or not. We're going to straighten the left leg long. Good. Okay. So right knee directly underneath the right hip with the left leg long. Keep the right knee and left foot exactly where they are right now. Don't move them. Just add a bend into the left knee. Okay. And then from here, we have all of this slack on the hamstring muscles. We're going to use that slack. You don't have to take your hands to hips, but watch my hips, turning the sits bones up and back. Okay, so this is now lengthening the hamstring muscle, and then we're going to add even more length by straightening the leg. So keep the sits bones up and back. Good. Find a little tug of that left heel back on the mat to make it an active stretch, and then we hinge at the hips, folding down. Long breaths to sweep whatever you've got here in the back of the left leg. Sliding the left heel back, bend into that left knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then spin that back heel down. Okay, we're going to find that tug of foot and knee towards one another. Find the active arch of the back foot and the active arch of the front foot. So big toe ball mounds coming back towards inner heels. And then we're going to rise the right arm up, come up to warrior two, but slide that block outside the left shin first. Keep the active feet into the ankles, into the legs. See if you can get the hips just a little bit lower. And then we tilt it back for peaceful warrior first. Inhaling into the left side body. Exhale, left hand down towards the block outside the left leg. Widen that left leg into the left arm as you sweep the right fingertips all the way forward. Feel into that outer left hip engaging. Keep the feet and ankles really engaged as well. Last breath into that top side rib cage. Exhaling to rise back up, warrior two. Straighten that left leg long. Keep the active feet to legs and then tilt it back for reverse triangle. Inhaling into the left side body. Exhaling, arms to a T shape. Send the right hip back, left fingertips forward and down towards your block. Really active feet. See if you can find a flicker of engagement in that outer left hip. Taking 2 long breaths here. And then taking your right hand down to a block, bend into the front knee, all 10 toes spin forward. Step into modified warrior 3, hands stay on blocks. Okay, we've got the support of the block, so tune in to that tug of big toe ball mound towards inner heel in this warrior 3 shape. Kick through that back leg and then curl the right hip point down. So everyone in the room, pretty much besides Aaron, wrap that right hip point down. Yeah, even more. Right hip point down. It's going to feel like a big engagement in the inner left thigh. One more breath in. Exhale, releases the right foot next to left. Fold forward, grab opposite elbows. Find a little sway from side to side, letting the head hang heavy. And then bring hands to blocks. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, steps the left foot back, low lunge. Slide the blocks back with you. Lower that left knee down on blanket or not. We're coming into runner's lunge. So left knee underneath the left hip, right leg long. We've got a big flex on the right toes. We're going to keep the foot and the knee exactly where they are. Just bend into this right knee. Okay, and then turn the sits bones up and back. So you create that little low back curve, and then we're going to straighten that right leg. Okay, keep that turn of sits bones up and back. Maybe you stay a little more upright, or you can fold forward, hinging at the hips. Keep the long spine and open heart. Gentle tug of that right heel back on the mat to keep it active. Sweeping the body with the breath. And then slide that right heel back, bend into the right knee. Walk your block slightly forward, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and spin that back heel down. Okay? Find the active back foot, pressing into pinky edge side, lifting the inner arch by tugging big toe ball mound towards inner heel. Same thing with the front foot. And then we're going to rise that left arm up towards the ceiling. Make sure that block is directly outside the right shin. We rise up warrior two. Active feet, ankles, legs, get nice and low in the hips. So good. Tilt it back, peaceful warrior. Inhaling into the right side body. So light on that left hand. Exhale brings us to side angle. We're going to bring the right hand down towards that block. Wrap the right tricep back. Draw the shoulder blades together and widen that right knee into the right arm. You can sweep the left fingertips all the way forward, breathing the heart open towards that left side wall. And then we rise up, warrior two. Straighten that right leg long. Bring it into reverse triangle. Inhaling into the right side body. So active, feet, ankles, legs. Arms to a T shape. Send that left hip back, right fingertips forward, and then down towards your block. Left arm rises directly above. Good. Feeling into the feet. Maybe a little flicker of engagement in that outer right hip. And then bend into the front knee, low lunge, all 10 toes forward. We launch forward into warrior three modified. So hands stay on blocks. Blocks are underneath shoulders. Tug big toe ball mount towards inner heel. Feel that lift of medial arch. Tuning into the 3 points of the foot, finding balance through them. Good. Curling the left hip point down in line with the right hip point. Yes, Mei-Chin, so good. And then we'll release the left foot next to the right foot and fold forward. You can grab opposite elbows. You can sway a little from side to side. Rising up to standing, stacking the vertebrae. As the chin lifts, we roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, arms rise. Last single leg standing shape, hands through heart center. Step into the left foot, right knee comes in towards the chest. Feeling into the foot. We're going to take that right foot into tree, so sole of the right foot anywhere along the inner left leg, just avoiding the left side knee joint. So you can even have those toes kickstanding on the ground. Engaging both outer hips, stand tall into that left heel, widen the right knee back, reach the arms towards the ceiling as we inhale. Exhaling brings hands through heart center. Left knee in towards the chest, and then step that left foot down. Right foot down. That's our right foot. Okay, switch to the right foot now. Stand into that foot, feel into the 3 points. Once you feel very securely connected to the 3 points, hugging towards the midline of the foot, then we bring the left knee in towards the chest. Once you feel steady and stable, it's tree pose. So left foot anywhere along that inner right leg, just avoiding the knee joint. We're going to rise the arms up towards the ceiling. Taking a full breath in. Exhaling brings hands back down through heart center. Left knee in towards the chest. And then step that left foot down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant palms, step back to down dog. And then right leg rises, bend the knee, open the hip. Take that right knee into pigeon, nice and wide towards the right long edge. Good, so try and get that right knee wider than the right hip. And then we're bringing that right shin towards parallel, tuning into the edge in your body. Good, exactly. Lowering down to forearms. Curling that left hip point forward as you sit into the right side glute. Rising back up to palms. We'll tuck the left toes, right leg up and back, down dog. Can pedal the heels in this final down dog. And then left leg rises, we bend the knee, open the hip. Take that left knee into pigeon, nice and wide towards the left long edge of the mat, wider than the left hip. Yes, good. And then work that right leg back in space. Bring the left shin as parallel to the top edge of your mat as your body can achieve, being very gentle with the edge that you find. And then you can lower down to forearms. So we're sitting into that left side glute as we curl the right hip point forward. Rising back up to palms. Sitting into the left side hip, we're going to wrap the right leg forward, coming into Janu Shirshasana. So, looks like this. What we're going to feel into is this anterior tilt of the pelvis. So if you come into this shape and you feel a little bit more like this, like the pelvis is tucked under, see if you can lift the hips away, send the sits bones back behind you, and start to roll forward towards the fronts of the sits bones. Okay, I'm going to come around and take a look at everybody. Beautiful, 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 amazing. Okay. Great. So, nice and upright. See? Yeah, good. We're going to turn towards that right leg, tuck that pelvis under, and then start to reach the chest towards the right toes. So nice open heart, long spine, hinging at the hips. Find an active right foot as you draw the toes towards the shin, engaging that right side quad to press the back of that knee down. And then we'll rise away from the right leg, land the left hand outside the left hip. Take the right fingertips towards the left shoulder and press that left shoulder back behind the chest. Keep that as you press into the left palm and lift the hips away from the mat. Once there, keep shoulder blades coming together as you reach the right fingertips towards the back wall. Full breath into that top side rib cage. Exhaling all the way out. And then lowering the hips down. Take the opposite side, left leg extends, sole of the right foot towards the inner left thigh. Lift the sits bones, send them back behind you. Keep rolling forward towards the fronts of the sits bones. Flex the left toes, we turn towards that left leg, and fold down. Keep the left side quad engaged, pressing the back of the knee into the mat. Rising back up, right hand lands outside the right hip, left fingertips towards the left shoulder, press that right shoulder back behind the chest, press into the right hand to lift the hips, keep the shoulder blades coming towards one another behind your back as you reach the left fingertips towards the back wall. Full breath in here. Exhaling all the way out. And then lower the hips back down. Good. We're going to bend the knees, landing the feet flat, and just lower down towards your back. Taking both knees in towards your chest. And find a little rock from side to side. Keeping that right knee in, straighten the left leg long, and just cross that right knee over towards the left side. Bringing the right arm into a T shape or cactus shape out towards the right. You can turn the gaze over towards the right side wall, just extending the twist into the cervical spine. Let the breaths sweep the body. Getting any last bits and pieces of tension that you could release today, right now. Bringing that right knee back through center. Taking both knees back in towards the chest. Little rock from side to side. And then we'll take the opposite side. Right leg long, left knee crosses over towards the right side. Take that left arm into a T shape or cactus shape. Just breathing some space into the shape. Final bits and pieces of tension leaving the body. Bringing that left knee back through center. Both knees come in towards the chest. Again, little rock from side to side. Any other final shapes that you'd like to make are welcome here. I recommend something symmetrical, but if you do asymmetrical, take both sides. And then as you're feeling ready, you can release to your final resting pose. Finding something that brings the energy of ground most potently to body. And then how heavy can you rest here? Releasing all engagements, all gripping, all holding of muscles against the mat. Let everything soften with each exhale from here on out. Heavying down, weighted against the mat. And you can take these last 3 or so breaths to sweep any final bits of tension out of the body. Maybe dissolving them with the Ujjayi breath, or any breath that feels most clearing to you. You can release any hold on the breath itself, softening inhale and exhale to a more natural rhythm. And we rest into Shavasana. reconnect to the breath. Letting these breaths explore the energetic and physical body of you. And again, we feel into this question, how am I right now? Maybe a little bit of the same, a little different. Experiencing yourself. You can add movements of fingers and toes. Small movements becoming larger ones. We draw the knees in towards the chest. And rise up to a seat of your choice. Bringing hands through heart center in Anjali Mudra. We take a full breath in together. Exhaling. Bowing chin to chest and thumbs to third eye. Namaste. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thanks everybody online. That was our first live stream. Woo! That was our very first live stream. I was trying